Okay, we're going to do a little troubleshooting in this video. A student has reported that his Visual Studio is not giving him an option to build a Visual Basic Windows Forms project. And so let's recreate that. So if we say File, New Project, and make sure that we're in Visual Basic and Windows Desktop, and indeed it's not there. So let's go over here where it says not finding what you're looking for. Let's open the Visual Studio installer. And being patient for a few moments till it catches up. Okay, and so we are looking to find the Windows forms for .NET and Visual Basic. So .NET Desktop development, build WPF, Windows forms. That's what we're after for several languages, including Visual Basic. So let's get that included. And go ahead and make that modification. And it's got to close a few processes before we can do that. So let's tell it continue. That'll take care of that. And I'm going to save you waiting through a lot of video. I'm going to pause the recording here for a moment, and I'll resume it when we have pulled the resources that we need. And I've resumed the recording now that the download and install have finished. And now if we, from the start page, come up to our menu and say we'd like to do File, New Project. And we'd like that to be a Visual Basic project. It's going to be a Windows Desktop project. And here now are our Windows Forms app projects. Select one of those, give it an appropriate name. My first VB project, and say OK. We now have our form designer, and we can arrange the desktop. So looking at our windows, we want to see the toolbox, and we can go ahead and dock that in the layout we'd like. So there's our toolbox, and let's see other windows. Let's find out the Solution Explorer is a good one to have docked. So we'll kind of dock that also over here, and maybe we can take up a little less screen real estate. And now we can start to build our code. So we can, in the toolbox, if we look at common controls, start putting a button out here, and maybe we'll need a label, and then maybe we'll need a text box, and we can start to lay all this out and get ready to use it. Okay, and then to begin entering our code for any of these controls, if we double click on the control, that will take us over to the code view and in the designer, and we can begin to enter our code for those objects. All right, hopefully this is helpful. Again, if you run into the problem that you don't have the type of project that you need to work with in your new Visual Studio, you want to go down to on the front page, go to the installer, and in Visual Studio, the Visual Studio installer, select the type of project that you need to create, add those resources, and those will be downloaded and installed for you.